Hey everyone, welcome back to Build Your English. I'm Jessica, and it's so nice to have you here with me today. I hope you're doing well. Maybe you're commuting, cooking, or just taking a little break. Wherever you are, take a deep breath and relax into this moment. Because today, we're going to talk about something that can change the way you connect with people in English: small talk in daily life. Small talk might seem simple, but it's actually one of the hardest parts of learning a language. You're not talking about facts or instructions. You're talking about people, feelings, everyday life, and often with the strangers. But here's the good news. Once you know a few natural phrases and how to use them, small talk becomes easy, almost automatic. So let's chat as if we're having a friendly walk together. I'll guide you through some really useful phrases that English speakers use to keep daily conversations comfortable, warm, and natural. And if you enjoy this episode, please remember to subscribe to Build Your English, because your support helps me continue making these friendly lessons for you. All right, imagine you see someone you know, not a close friend, just someone you see around. Maybe a neighbor, a classmate, or someone at the gym. It's nice to greet them with something simple like, "Hi, how's everything going?" It's casual, gentle, and easy to respond to. Not too personal, not too serious. You can try it now with me. "Hi, how's everything going?" Another friendly way to start is with, "Hey, how's your day been so far?" It shows interest and it gives them space to share a little about their mood or plans. And if you don't know what they'll say, that's okay. Small talk isn't about having the perfect answer. It's about showing that you care enough to start. Sometimes English speakers start conversations by talking about something everyone can notice, like the weather. You can say something like, "Such a beautiful day today, isn't it?" Or if it's rainy, maybe you laugh lightly and say, "Wow, it's really coming down out there." Little observations like that create shared reality, which is the heart of small talk. Let's practice this feeling for a moment. Imagine you're waiting in line at a coffee shop. You turn to the person next to you and say with a smile, "The line is always long here, but it's worth it." It's a simple comment, but it opens the door for the other person to respond. And if they don't, that's okay too. You were friendly, and that already makes the moment nicer. Another great thing to talk about in small talk is location. Like, "Have you been here before?" Or if you're at a new cafe, you might say, "I heard the coffee here is really good." These are easy, natural invitations to continue the conversation. Everyday English also loves short follow-up questions like, "Oh, really?" and "That sounds nice." These little reactions keep the conversation alive. It shows you're listening and interested. You don't have to tell a story. Sometimes one good reaction is all it takes to make things flow. Here's another one. If someone says something nice about your drink or outfit, you can smile and say, "Thanks, I like yours too." This helps turn a one-word answer into a friendly moment. People remember kindness. Now, let's move to a common situation. Seeing a parent or a neighbor you recognize. You could say, "I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?" It sounds caring, but still casual. And they might tell you something going on in their life. This is how little conversations become real connections. Sometimes small talk happens when you're both waiting at the bus stop, the clinic, or the school pickup area. You can gently ask, "Are you waiting long?" Or, "The bus should be here soon, I hope." Small shared complaints can be funny and bring people together. Here's another very natural one. If you're both looking at something like a menu or a view, you can say, "Everything looks good. I can't decide." People love to give opinions, and they might reply with a suggestion. Suddenly, you're not strangers anymore. You're two humans making choices together. Let's try a small interaction together. Repeat softly after me. "Hi, how's everything going?" "Good." Now try, "Have you been here before?" Great. These tiny lines open conversations. Every time you try one, you get more comfortable. Sometimes people will mention weekend plans. A simple, "And you, do you have anything fun planned?" keeps things going. You don't need details, just curiosity. You can also talk about common experiences like tiredness or time. For example, you laugh a little and say, "But week is going by so fast, isn't it?" Many people relate right away. Or, "I can't believe it's already Friday." And if it's Monday, well, people always laugh about Mondays. Let's think of shopping situations. Maybe you're in a store and you notice someone comparing items. You could say, "That looks nice. I've been thinking about getting one of those." It's simple and positive. People appreciate a little friendly social moment, especially when shopping can feel rushed. Daily life small talk can also include short compliments. Nothing big or too personal. Just, "I like your shoes." Or, "That jacket looks really comfortable." Friendly and respectful. Here's a useful line if someone seems unsure or nervous. "Don't worry, you're doing great." It works at the gym, in a class, or during school events. It makes you sound supportive without getting too deep. All right, take a moment and repeat one or two phrases that feel easy for you. Maybe, "What brings you here today?" That's a nice one for waiting rooms and events. Or, "Hope your day is going well." That's something anyone appreciates. Small talk doesn't need big ideas. It only needs a little warmth. We're not trying to impress people. We're trying to make the moment comfortable. And English speakers use small talk to show friendliness and build trust slowly. By the way, if someone tells you something, even something small like, "I'm just waiting for my friend," you can reply with encouragement. Something like, "Oh, nice. I hope you both have a good time." This shows you're paying attention and it invites a little more conversation if they want to continue. Let's imagine you're walking your dog. You pass someone walking their dog too. You smile and say, "Your dog is so cute. What's their name?" People love talking about their pets. It's a very safe topic. And when someone asks you something, you can answer briefly and then politely return the question. For example, "I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?" That simple rhythm is the secret to not letting conversations die. Small talk also includes friendly exits. If you need to leave, you don't have to be awkward. You can say, "It was nice chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of your day." And you can walk away feeling comfortable. Take a soft breath here. Small talk is like building a tiny bridge between two people. It's not deep or complicated. It's just a moment of shared friendliness. And guess what? You're already doing great.
Sometimes small talk begins with a question about the place you're in. For example, if you're standing in a long cafe line, you can look around and say, "It's always busy here, isn't it?" This tells the other person we're in the same situation, and that's enough to start a tiny connection. Or maybe you run into a coworker in the elevator. You smile and ask, "Headed to lunch?" It's casual, and they can simply say yes or no. And if the conversation ends there, that's totally fine. In small talk, even one sentence can be enough to make a moment feel friendly instead of silent and strange. Let's think about another everyday situation. You see someone from your building, you've seen them before, but you don't know their name yet. You can start with, "Hey, how's your day going?" Then maybe you mention something simple like, "The weather feels nice today." These phrases are short but open. You're offering a path into conversation, and the other person can choose how far they want to walk with you. Maybe you're at the school pickup area and you recognize another parent. You could say, "How is your little one enjoying school?" Parents love talking about their children, and you don't have to know much. Just listen and respond kindly. If they ask about your child, you can share one short sentence and smile. Here's a phrase that keeps things smooth when someone shares something. "That sounds nice." It works for good news, weekend plans, even small details like trying a new restaurant. It shows that you're listening and enjoying the conversation. Another friendly reaction is, "Oh, really?" It's small but powerful. It invites more information without you needing to think of a new question. Try it now. "Oh, really?" See how simple and helpful that is? Now let's look at a moment when you want to show interest, but you're not sure what to say. You can always go with, "Tell me more about that." It keeps the conversation open and the other person feels encouraged to share. Small talk is also about sharing tiny pieces of yourself, not just asking questions. Someone might tell you they're heading to the park, and you might say, "I love going there when the weather is nice." Short, friendly, relatable. It also feels natural to talk about time. For example, "I can't believe the week went by so fast." People love talking about how busy or fast life feels. Or if it's morning, a simple, "Hope your day starts well," is warm and polite. When you're in a shop, a comfortable line is, "Excuse me, do you know if this is good?" Or, "Have you tried this before?" People enjoy giving recommendations, and if they haven't tried it, they'll still respond kindly because you asked a friendly question. Let's imagine you're getting coffee. You might ask the barista or a customer next to you, "Do you have a favorite drink here?" It's not too personal, just curious. And often, people get excited to share their favorites. If you want to show empathy, you can say, "I know the feeling." It's useful when someone says they're tired or busy. It's a little moment of understanding, and humans love being understood. Here's another very helpful phrase. "I totally get it." It makes you sound supportive without needing to fix anything or give advice. You're simply sharing space in the conversation. Maybe you see someone carrying something heavy. You smile and say, "Do you need a hand?" It's polite and friendly, and even if they say no, it still feels good to be noticed kindly. Now let's talk about community spaces, gyms, libraries, parks. You can say, "It's nice to see you again." This shows recognition without assuming too much. If they don't remember you, that's okay. It still sounds kind. If someone shares a small success like finishing a workout or buying something they like, you can say, "Good for you." It's friendly encouragement and helps create a positive moment. Small talk doesn't need big reactions. Sometimes, "Oh, wow," really helps the conversation move forward. It adds interest without pressure. Now picture a neighbor watering plants. You could say, "Your flowers look beautiful." Or if someone got a new haircut, you can say, "I like your haircut. It looks great." Compliments in English are small gifts. They brighten the moment with almost no effort. Here's a subtle but smart phrase. "So, what's keeping you busy these days?" It allows the other person to share anything: work, hobbies, family, plans. It's flexible and respectful. Speaking of hobbies, you can also ask, "Do you like doing anything fun around here?" This is great if you're new to an area or just curious. When someone tells you something positive, a nice response is, "That's wonderful to hear." It makes the conversation feel warm and genuine. Try saying it softly. "That's wonderful to hear." Yes, very natural. Let's take a moment to reflect. Small talk is not about long speeches. It's like passing a small ball back and forth. A question here, a comment there, a smile in between. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need a calm tone and a little curiosity. Try one of these phrases with me quietly. "It was nice talking with you." See? That's a graceful way to end a short conversation. You don't need to escape awkwardly. You can exit politely. Small talk also helps you feel more confident in your English identity. With every phrase, you're not only practicing language, you're practicing connection. And connection makes learning meaningful. Take another breath and imagine yourself at the bus stop again. You turn to the person beside you and say, "The bus always takes longer when I'm tired." Maybe they laugh and say, "I know, right?" And there you go, a shared moment, a friendly exchange. Another idea: if someone is wearing a shirt of a sports team or brand you can say, "Nice shirt. Are you a fan?" Quick, friendly, easy. When you feel stuck, you can always talk about something around you. For example, "The decorations here are really nice." Or, "I love the music they play in this shop." Just say what you see. That's the simplest key to small talk. Let's try one. "This place has a great atmosphere." That's a phrase you can use almost anywhere: cafes, restaurants, bookstores, even waiting rooms. And if someone mentions travel, you can respond with, "That must have been exciting." People enjoy telling a bit more when they feel someone appreciates their experience. Here's a friendly tip. If someone asks you a simple question like, "How are you?" try not to respond with only "Fine." Add just a little more. "Fine, thanks. How about you?" That tiny step shows interest and keeps the conversation going. And when the conversation ends, which happens a lot in daily life, you can say, "Have a good rest of your day." It's polite, short, and friendly. All right, let's pause for a moment. Take a breath and think, which phrase feels the most natural to you right now? Pick one. Maybe, "How's your day going?" Maybe, "That sounds nice." Whichever one made you smile, start using it today. Small talk doesn't have to feel scary or fake. It's simply one human saying to another, "I see you. We are here in the same moment." Even if the chat lasts 10 seconds, you made someone's day a little friendlier.
And that's something to be proud of. So let's keep going together because the more examples you hear, the more natural small talk will feel to you. And remember, you don't have to use everything. Just choose the ones that feel comfortable and slowly add more later. Here's another friendly idea. When you meet someone you've seen before, but you don't remember their name, you can still be polite and social by saying, "It's nice to see you again." It avoids the name problem completely, and it still shows recognition and warmth. Sometimes, when someone shares something they are doing, you can show curiosity by asking, "Oh, how long have you been doing that?" For example, if they talk about going to the gym or a new class or a hobby, this question keeps the conversation going without needing a lot of knowledge. Another easy and friendly comment is, "I love your energy today." It's positive and uplifting, and it doesn't comment on physical appearance too much. It's about vibe, and that feels good to everyone. Let's imagine you're chatting at a cafe table that has little decorations or artwork around. You could say, "I like how they decorated this place." It's a simple observation, but it invites the other person to agree or share something else they noticed. And when someone asks you a question first, you can repeat part of their topic back to them. For example, them, "I'm thinking of trying the new bakery downtown." You, "The one next to the library? That place looks great." Short echo equals strong communication. You can also keep things light with small expressions of surprise. "Oh, that's interesting," is extremely useful. Try saying it in a calm, friendly tone. It doesn't need excitement, just gentle interest. Or you can say, "That's funny," when someone shares a cute or silly story. The key is not to overthink. Small reactions are enough in small talk. Here's a phrase that builds connection. "I feel the same way." It shows that you share a similar experience, and that immediately brings people closer. Let's imagine you're on a bus and you hear someone sigh because they had a long day. You could say, "Long day, huh?" It's friendly without being nosy. If they want to talk, they will. If not, they can just smile. And that's still connection. Talking about food is always a safe topic. You can say, "Do you have a favorite place to eat around here?" People love to recommend food, and it gives them a chance to share something they enjoy. Small talk can also include little updates about your day. For example, "I just finished my errands, so I'm happy to relax now." It invites a response like, "Oh, what did you do earlier?" But if they don't continue, that's fine. You shared a bit of life and kept it friendly. Another phrase that works in many places, "I've heard good things about this place." You can use it in shops, restaurants, even parks. It shows positivity and curiosity, which are great qualities in conversation. And here's a gentle one. When someone looks unsure about what to choose, "What do you think you'll get?" It gets the other person talking about their preference without any pressure. Let's take another scenario. You meet someone you slightly know at the grocery store. You smile and say, "Doing some shopping for the week?" It's simple, and they can answer easily. It acts like a greeting inside a conversation. If the weather changes suddenly, it's a great conversation starter. You can say, "The weather changed so fast today." People naturally react and share how they feel about the temperature. It sounds silly, but this is the most common small talk in English-speaking countries. Let's practice a little together. Softly repeat after me. Such a beautiful day today. Good. And now, the bus should be here soon. Very natural. You're doing well. You can also talk about time with friendly expressions like, this morning went by quickly, or at the end of the day, I can't believe it's already evening. These thoughts help others connect because everyone has a time experience. When you're out walking and you run into someone you can say, out for a walk? It's a question in disguise, light and casual. Another one you can use in many situations, hope you're enjoying your day. It sounds warm and it doesn't ask for too much information. If someone mentions a small problem, you can show understanding by saying, I can imagine. This tells them you are listening without making the situation bigger than it is. Now, sometimes people share good news, a new job, a fun plan, a small success. A really nice reaction is, I'm happy for you. It's sincere, not dramatic. It makes the other person feel supported. All right, take a breath with me. You're learning not just phrases, but the rhythm of friendly English. Small talk is like sending out a little social invitation. You're not forcing anything, you're just opening a door. You might also like this one. What a nice surprise seeing you here. It works when you bump into someone unexpectedly, even if you don't remember where you know them from. At the coffee machine in the office or school, a nice phrase is, do you usually come here around this time? It gently opens space for a short chat. People like to talk about routines because routines feel safe and relatable. Another playful one is, trying something new today? You can say this if someone orders a different drink or picks a different item from usual. It feels like a friendly inside joke. And sometimes you can share a little positivity, such as, I hope the rest of your day goes smoothly. It doesn't ask for anything back, and it leaves a good feeling behind. Let's talk a second about body language. In small talk, your words work much better when your shoulders are relaxed and your smile is gentle. You don't need a big expression, just calm energy. Remember, small talk is not a test. There are no mistakes, only attempts at connection. And every attempt builds your confidence. Let's review a few phrases we added today. Tell me more about that. I can imagine. That's wonderful to hear. You hear the softness in them. Small talk is polite curiosity, and polite curiosity feels good. By the way, if someone asks you, how's it going? And you truly don't have a lot to say, you can reply, not bad, thanks for asking. How about you? This keeps the balance of sharing and responding. And if the conversation feels like it's slowing down, you can use a friendly transition like, anyway, it was nice seeing you. You don't need to escape quickly. You can close the moment gracefully. Let's take another tiny step. Think of one place where you can try small talk this week. Maybe at the store, maybe at the school entrance, maybe at the bus stop. All you need is one line. Hi, how's your day going? You might feel nervous at first. That's okay. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's speaking kindly, even when you're unsure. All right, you're doing beautifully. We're nearly ready for the final part, where we'll reflect and wrap up with more confidence-building encouragement. Take one more breath, relax your shoulders, and feel proud that you're practicing the language of connection. Let's imagine one more moment together. You're standing in a checkout line, and someone in front of you smiles. You smile back and say, "Long line today." That's all it takes. If they want to talk, they will. And if not, you both shared a simple, friendly moment. Sometimes, small talk happens when something unexpected occurs, like a loud noise, a delay, or a funny moment. Just saying, "That was surprising," creates connection. You're sharing the moment instead of ignoring it. You see, this is what small talk really is. It's not about deep topics or perfect English. It's about noticing life and inviting someone else to notice it with you. Small talk is like sunlight, soft, warm, and gentle. It doesn't push or ask for too much. It just brightens the moment. Before we end today, I want you to think about the people you see every day. The barista, the bus driver, the neighbor across the hall. You don't know their whole story, but you share moments with them. And these moments become easier when you have the language to smile with your voice. English small talk is about connection, about kindness, about saying, "I'm here too." So next time you're in a small, everyday moment, try one phrase you learned today. Maybe, "Hope your day is going well." Maybe, "The weather feels nice today." Maybe just, "Hi, how's everything going?" You'll see how quickly those small seeds grow into confidence. And remember, you don't need to talk a lot. Small talk can be 3 sentences, or just one. When you speak with a friendly tone, you're already doing enough. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale gently and exhale slowly. Feel that? Yes, you are growing your English, one small conversation at a time. I want you to feel proud of the progress you've already made. You showed up here, you listened, you practiced, and that counts. Learning a language is not a race. It's a journey made of many small talks. So keep going, keep smiling, keep trying. Even when you feel shy, even when your words aren't perfect, you are building a stronger version of yourself. If today's episode made you feel more confident with daily life small talk, I'd love you to subscribe to Build Your English. Your support helps me continue sharing helpful lessons that encourage and guide learners everywhere. And I'd enjoy hearing from you as well. Tell me in the comments, which small talk phrase do you want to try this week? Thank you for spending time with me today. It means a lot that you're here and that you care about communication. Be kind to yourself as you practice. Confidence grows slowly, but it grows every time you reach out to another person with a friendly word. So, dear listener, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and keep building your English step by step. Until next time, be brave with your words and gentle with your heart. You're doing better than you think, and I'll be right here cheering for you every step of the way.